Live from KTVN Reno, you're watching 2 News at 5:30.
If the dog is out, all of those little trick-or-treaters are probably going to want to pet the dog. Again, we can put that dog into a situation where they become overstimulated.
Yeah, you may not have thought about this, but we've got some tips and tricks to keep your dogs calm this Halloween when trick-or-treaters come knocking. That's tonight's 2 News big story at 5:30. Well, happy Halloween and happy Nevada Day, everyone. I'm Ryan Kennedy. Kristen is off tonight. Thanks so much for keeping it here. Tonight, we begin with team coverage of all the Halloween festivities going on across the area. Meteorologist Angela Schilling has a look at the forecast. Valentina Bonaparte is live on Marsh Avenue in Reno with a look at where people are trick-or-treating now. But let's start with Marisol Bragg. She joins us now live in the studio with how to make sure your pets stay calm during Halloween. Marisol?
Ryan, if you're a dog, then if you have a dog and you own one, then you're probably no surprise that they're not a huge fan of doorbells and or knocking. But if you hand out candy on Halloween, trick-or-treaters coming in, they may do both. So here are some best practices to keep your dog calm and everyone safe tonight. Dogs like a lot of different things, like belly rubs, toys, etc. But doorbells don't seem to be one of them, and with trick-or-treaters coming to your door one after the other, that can stress your pup out.
Oftentimes, if the dog is already uncomfortable with the doorbell ringing or somebody knocking at the door, then what happens is they become overstimulated, and they can show some behaviors that we're not necessarily used to seeing with our dogs.
Not all of our dogs are calm, cool, and collected, so it's important to know exactly how your dog's going to react when trick-or-treaters come ringing your doorbell. Here's some tricks and tips to keep your dog calm this Halloween.
The better thing is to put them in a room, shut the door, but when they're in that room, give them something to do. So you're not just isolating them.
One pet owner we spoke to says that most dogs just want to know who's there.
If they're little, let them answer the door. Sometimes then too, even the bigger dogs can just hang out with you. I think they just want to know who's there.
But what works for some may not always work for others, so it's important to know how your dog may react.
But it's really hard because the kids are little, they want to see the dogs, and they kind of forget about the candy a lot, and then the dogs get excited, and it becomes a whole big thing.
Putting your dog outside may not be the best either.
That doorbell ringing that many times, or people coming in and out, going up and down their driveways, all of that noise on the sidewalks can again overstimulate that dog where it might dig out, it might jump the fence, it might not be safe.
If you still want your dog to be part of the Halloween festivities, maybe consider not passing out candy and throwing a last-minute dog party.
I know a lot of my friends do actually put their dogs in costumes and then have a little party with some other dogs.
Sadly, my ferocious beast that you saw in those clips will not be participating in any Halloween festivities, but he will be receiving a ton of treats for his participation today. Covering the story live in the studio, Marisol Bragg, 2 News.
All right, a dog party with a bunch of dogs in costumes sounds like something a lot of us can get into. All right, Marisol, thanks so much. Well, among the